So many podcasts about this league, and you still haven't heard it all. It's Friends of Madison Fantasy with your friends Bergh and Schaal.
Welcome, friends, to another episode of Friends of Madison Fantasy, the premier podcast in the Madison Fantasy League. Schaal, how are you this week?
Doing well. How are you, Berg?
I'm doing great. I think we got one of our best podcasts yet to come.
The people needed us, so
That's a
why
good
we're
point.
back.
People have been asking. There's been no podcast to listen to for followers of this league. So we're giving them what they need.
Yep.
We're going to start out with a new segment where we put together some bets for you, the viewers, or for Schaal. I put odds on who's going to win the league, who's going to run the beer mile, and then a few extra prop bets just for fun. A little bit of an issue is these are all before the Monday night game, so we don't know who wins this week yet in a few scenarios. But we can pretty much tell at this point the teams that can make the playoffs, and then there's only 4 teams that have a chance at running the beer mile, it looks like, barring some extreme scenarios. Schaal, what any of these bets you like that you want to put some money on right now?
So I actually am not gonna lie. The odds on mine are not good because there's a good chance I don't make playoffs at all. Everything bad that could have happened this week happened. Me losing to Matt Nick. The only good thing, I guess, was I believe Toy won, but unless Nick's defense goes nutty tonight, then he's going to lose his matchup as well. And basically, I'm going to have to play Peter next week, who has been going nutty for 4 weeks straight without my starting running back, Jonathan Taylor. And then I would need a couple other things to happen because Peter's loss puts him at 6 and 7. And basically, if he beats me next week, then we would both be eliminated from playoffs. And then it goes to highest projected points, which Peter will have. And then he would take the spot. And then I would potentially be the third. I would potentially have third most points in the league and not make the playoffs. So
That would be tough. I like your team a lot, which is why you have such good odds here.
yeah.
But any other people drawing your interest, like some of the long shots, like Herbert or Chris? You like their teams?
No. I think it's
Okay.
gonna either be Jake wins, I win, or Peter. I actually think Cole's odds are too high. I like Cole for whatever reason, his team just doesn't score, even though it's good. I think it's gonna be Jake, Peter, or I. I do like Dan Miller for the beer mile at plus 250. But actually, the odds on yours are actually decent too. I'd probably hammer that.
Well, for any viewers or for you, Schaal, you can send me messages before the games tonight on Monday night or getting going and place your bets. Nothing too big of bets. I don't have that much to risk.
I got one more for you. What would you put on the odds of Jets to make playoffs?
That's very interesting. I got the Eagles Super Bowl odds from, I think it's Caesars is where I checked. But yeah, another tough loss for the Jets this week. I wouldn't be. I'd let people put money on the Jets making the playoffs too. I'd feel pretty safe taking that bet.
Okay.
All right. Well, those were the bets I made, and I'm willing to accept wagers on. Schaal, you made some of your own too, just a few minutes ago. You want to go over
I didn't
some
have
of
time
these?
to really think out the odds, so I might have to pay people out, but we'll see.
Yeah. Again, I'm not going to accept any too big of bets. The next person to break the no collusion rule, I think I would put my money on Jake again. I don't know. Him and Dan had quite the argument.
Jake just doesn't seem to understand the no collusion rule, nor does he understand what collusion is, I'm afraid. Dan made the rule. But you could get him angry at any time and he just starts mouthing off. So there's a good chance he breaks his own rule again. Peter, I don't think he can break a rule. And he's also been the one to tattletale on everyone for breaking the rule. So I don't see Peter breaking the rule. So I got him at minus 10,000.
All right. The your next wager of next to get engaged is a little more tricky to me because I feel like I'm hoping someone sees this bet, puts money down, and immediately proposes just to make a quick buck.
Yeah. I mean, depending on how much money I could take, you could make some decent money. I don't really know Milk and Toy's situation all that well. I saw some cute pics of Toy on, was it Thanksgiving, making turkey and stuff. A ring could be coming. You know, I don't know Milk's situation either, besides the fact that I think he lives with his girlfriend, right?
I am not sure. She was on the milk chugging video, so that's all I know. They're together a lot, I guess.
Well, maybe the odds are a little low for that, but hey, he's a lawyer. He probably doesn't need the money. But I could see someone like Matt Nick just, you know, pulling some moves. I mean, you put $10 on that at plus 2,000. What's that payout? That's $200.
$200, yeah.
So
seems like something he'd do for $200.
Yeah, Dan Miller, he gets drunk enough at Red Rock, he could be proposing to anyone at any time.
I've seen him do crazier things for money.
Yep.
All right, we'll move on. If anyone wants to place any of those bets, feel free to message us tonight. Now we're gonna go with another new segment, the Handsomest Player Awards. Schaal, you picked the handsomest player on every team, on each person in this league's team. I'll go through them one by one. They're not in any particular order, just the order they showed up on ESPN for me. So first on my team, Justin Tucker, pretty good looking guy.
I would just like to say my girlfriend also helped pick these out.
Okay. Dak Prescott, Dan's team. Travis Kelce. I don't know about Kelce. He's not the best looking to me. I think well, never mind.
Was there someone else on the team that you favored?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the team again, but I just don't think Kelce's that good looking of a guy. Miles Sanders is next.
Very stud.
Mm-hmm. Justin Fields.
He's a cutie pie.
I was just talking to Herbert before this, and he who was he saying? He doesn't think Saquon's the hottest guy on his team though. What do you like about Saquon?
I like his chains.
Yeah.
You know, I also wear chains, so I think it's attractive. I don't remember. Oh, the only other person I think I was thinking about on Herbert's team was no, I think that was it. I think it was the easiest. Yeah.
So he said J.K. Dobbins. He texted me Old Spice guy plus Michael Strahan minus.
Oh yeah, J.K. Dobbins
equals J.K. Dobbins.
He was second on my list, but
okay. I like the choice. I think Saquon's a little more handsome. I like the chain too. Joe Burrow. This one.
Yeah, this was an easy decision.
Yeah. When I mentioned to my girlfriend Jane that we were doing this, she said that Joe Burrow is number one in the league, and then
my girlfriend also unfortunately. He's number one in the league.
Jane though was very disappointed we did not pick Jimmy Garoppolo as one of the players, which I had to explain was because he broke his foot and wasn't on someone's team anyways.
That is facts.
Tua, I think he's a pretty good looking dude.
Yep.
Devonta Smith, an Eagle. Justin Jefferson, Josh Allen, and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Bergh, I got bad news. My girlfriend said you had the ugliest team in the league. She looked through. I tend to agree with her. I mean, but Justin Tucker's not horrible looking, so you have him at least, I guess.
Yeah, I've never picked for looks before, and whatever I'm doing isn't working. So maybe next year I'll just pick these 12 guys right here.
Yeah, they're all studs.
Yeah. All right. I think the next category will be a little more fun. It's the all ugly team for our league. First on my team, Trevor Lawrence. And I'll say all these, both you and I agreed, we were only doing it based off the headshot that's on ESPN, which is the picture you're seeing here. And Trevor Lawrence, I think this is one of his better pictures, though.
He doesn't look that bad in this, but he is ugly.
Yeah. Greg, whatever his last name is on Dan's team, that was an easy choice there. Jamison Williams, can hardly see his face, it looks like. Jerry Jeudy has a Peyton Manning forehead, in my opinion. That's just huge.
Yeah.
Gerald Everett, he looks like he got stung by a bee and isn't looking at the camera. Cooper Kupp, like just like a gross
Very
Amish
ugly.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like from his eyebrows and up, he looks like he should be hot. But then
Yeah.
real
He's
quick,
got to get rid of the beard.
I don't like the beard either. No.
I let you pick your own team. You picked Nick Folk. Not the best looking guy.
Yeah, I had CD, but I felt bad picking CD because I needed him to go off last night. I thought maybe I'd get some good karma and pick that bum Folk who got me 3 points last week.
Yep. Hopefully none of these guys are listening to the podcast, by the way, or might not have great weeks next week. George Kittle, he's an extremely ugly guy, in my opinion. I think he might be the ugliest in the league. All right, this one I did not pick. Can you confirm, Schaal, that you agreed that Lamar Jackson was the ugliest?
You asked me who the ugliest person on Milk's team was, and I said Lamar, and you quickly said, I agree.
Well, I agreed with you, but I just I know Dan will give me a lot of flack for picking Lamar here. We'll leave that conversation for another time, but not a great photo here. I think he's a better looking guy than the photo shows.
Yeah.
Jeff Wilson Jr., I don't know. That just looks like a creepy picture to me.
Yeah, not a great headshot.
Kadarius Toney, it looks like he was just caught off guard when they took this picture. I don't know what he's doing there. And then the Hawk is an ugly dude as well.
Yeah, he is.
Any final thoughts? Who do you think's the ugliest out of this whole crew, Schaal?
Probably Darius or maybe the Hawk. The Hawk's pretty ugly. This is a bad picture of Kittle. Kittle's like, I think actually kind of cool looking. Well, he dresses cool, I guess, but
interesting. I've always thought he's a really ugly dude.
He's got the Joker one that's pretty sick. So I don't know.
Okay. I was gonna pick him or Gerald Everett as the ugliest. And the Hawk too. These tight ends are not pretty these days.
No, they're not.
Well, we do have one more segment. I forgot about this. Listener mail, our classic segment we have every time. Thank you for all the listeners who wrote in. This week we only had one. It was from Randy from Madison. He wants to know what happened to Fantasy PD, and he thanked us for filling in while they were away. Randy, I don't know. I heard there was going to be an episode last week. I heard there was going to be one the week before, and at this point, I'm not expecting one ever again. So we're here. Bat signal was put in the air again. Thanks for being here, Schaal.
You're welcome, Bergh.
Any last words before we go?
No, I've been disappointed there hasn't been a podcast, especially since it's, the prime time of the season. We're coming down to the wire. You think this is when those guys would step up, but I think the problem is you got 2 guys on that team who probably aren't going to make playoffs, and they just kind of don't care anymore. It's weird. I don't think Dan missed a podcast last year, and I was trying to think if there was something different that was going on, and then I remembered he was in first place and stole your whole team. So
yeah, I think he lost interest in the league and his fans, which is what really hurts.
Yep. But
I'm not doing great this year,
here,
and I'm still here. All right. Well, thanks, Schaal, once again. Thank you to all our friends who listened, and we'll see you next time.
bye, friends.